Good morning. I would like to call the Intergovernmental Affairs and Operations meeting to order. Ms. Somerville, could you please call the roll?
Deloso,
Here.
Borowski, Carroll,
Here by designation.
Cepeda Freites,
Here.
Davidson, Donahue, Doherty, Gokenauer, Mattson,
Here by designation.
Miller, Probst, Rivera, Rusnock, Salisbury, Stotts,
Designation.
Barton, Bernstein,
Designation.
Borowitz, Fink, Jones,
Designation.
Kutz,
Here.
Major,
Designation.
Menser, Olsummer,
Designation.
Razzle, Shurin.
Designation.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Somerville. Having established a quorum, the committee is in order, and we shall proceed with business. The chair calls up House Resolution 278, printers number 2064. Executive Director Giacobelli, will you please read a summary of the resolution?
House Resolution 278, sponsored by Representative Borowitz, would designate September 12, 2025 as the Day of the Bible in Pennsylvania.
The question is, will the committee report the resolution? On that question, the chair recognizes Representative Borowitz to comment on her resolution.
Thank you, Chairman. Despite the efforts of the Democrat Party to strip away in a amendment the whole resolution, which is a complete embarrassment to the Commonwealth and the holy experiment of Pennsylvania, my resolution, House Resolution 278, is going to designate September 12th as the Day of the Bible in Pennsylvania. We just celebrated this momentous occasion in Philadelphia on September 12th in Congress Hall, designating this an historic, important day. It's a significant day in our history in Pennsylvania. There is actually a Pennsylvania marker of this historical day. When Robert Aiken, gave up everything he had and he petitioned the Continental Congress on September 12, 1782, for the Congress and the Continental Congress to approve the Bible. And that Continental Congress in 1782 became the Bible of the Revolution, and they approved the Bible for Americans to read and for our schools, because they knew the source of liberty and freedom was through the Word of God. There's also before us in the United States Congress, House Joint Resolution 118 that I hope passes now after this disgraceful display of trying to take the whole day of the Bible out, for a national day of the Bible in Congress. There's nothing more important than the restoration of the Bible as our foundation in the United States of America before the 250th anniversary. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I hope that we, both sides, uphold this historical Pennsylvania Day of the Day of the Bible in Pennsylvania. Thank you.
Thank you, Representative Borowitz. I'll leave it at that. Thank you for your summation of the bill. At this time, I'd like to offer Amendment A01808. Executive Director Giacobelli will read the amendment, a summary of the amendment.
Amendment A01808, offered by Chairman Deloso, would simplify the resolution to more generally recognize the Bible.
Thank you, Executive Director Giacobelli. Will the committee agree to the amendment? Yes. Is there any discussion on the amendment?
Yes.
All right. At this time, the chair will recognize Representative Salisbury.
I am encouraging a yes vote on the amendment, and I will be a yes. I have in my district an 18th century museum, and so we have a lot of things just like this in my district, and I want to say thank you for providing a copy of the Aiken Bible to every member, so I pulled this out of my office that has the all of the text of this. The text is very small, and I'm not as young as I once was. But I think that it's a fascinating element of Pennsylvania's history and of our nation's history that we had this first American Bible that was printed. Obviously, not everyone in Pennsylvania is Christian. I'm not. I'm Jewish. But I think that we can all recognize the fact that the Bible has had a huge impact on the development of this nation, whether it be art or history or culture or anything else. I was sworn in on a copy of the Torah to the State House, but I think that we can get a lot of guidance out of whether you say it's, the Bible, including the New Testament. As I grew up with, my family is Methodist, and I attended Bible study, but I also taught Torah study. So I think, in these days, I think that whether we are told, as Leviticus advises us in Leviticus 19, when a stranger resides with you in your land, you shall not wrong him. The stranger who resides with you shall be to you as one of your citizens. You shall love him as yourself, for you are strangers in the land of Egypt. I, the Lord, am your God. I find that to be very helpful when I remember how to treat people who have come to the United States. I find it very helpful also in Leviticus 19:9 and 10 that I am told not to reap my entire harvest to the edges of my field, or gather the gleanings of my harvest, or to pick my vineyard bare, or gather the fallen fruit of your vineyard, but to leave them for the poor and for the stranger. I am the Lord your God. I find that to be very helpful when we talk about making sure that people in the Commonwealth have enough to eat. I make sure that when I think about our judicial proceedings, I am reminded of Deuteronomy 1:16, which advises us and our magistrates to hear out your fellow men and decide justly between any man and a fellow Israelite or a stranger, that we have to treat people the same, regardless of whether they are from here or somewhere else. But I just always remind myself during Passover, and I try every other year, as it says in Exodus 22:20, you shall not wrong a stranger or oppress him, for you are strangers in the land of Egypt. So whether we look at the Aitken Bible, which I apologize is a little small for my eyes, or the Torah, I am reminded that these are things that in our daily work as legislators and just being good people, they are important to recognize. So I will be voting yes on your amendment, Chairman, and I recommend that all others vote yes as well.
Thank you, Representative Salisbury. Thank you for bringing it back, because I was about to try and rein you in. That having been said, is there any further debate on the amendment? The chair recognizes Representative Fink.
This amendment would basically simply acknowledge that a book called the Bible exists. Everything else will be stripped of this resolution. Our constituents deserve to know where we stand on these issues, but I guess with the passing of this amendment, all of our constituents would know exactly where you all stand on the Bible, God's Word. The passing of this amendment is a slap in the face to our distinguished colleague who brought this resolution up. It's a slap in the face to our constituents who deserve to see where we stand, and it's a slap in the face to God himself when we are simply acknowledging that a book exists and taking all of the goodness out of it. I urge a no vote on this.
Thank you, Representative Fink. Shall there be any further debate on the amendment?
Yeah.
The chair recognizes the maker of the bill, Representative Borowitz.
Again, I'm just going to reiterate with what Representative Fink just said. I just want it noted on the record. So the Democrat Party is trying to remove lines 3 through 17 in the resolution, also removing lines 8 through 14, right? And then 17 and to the end. So basically the whole resolution. This is part of our history in Pennsylvania. We were founded on biblical principles, so everyone is afforded religious liberty because Jesus is the author of liberty, right? And it affords everyone liberty. And so what a disgrace. What a disgrace to do this to a resolution that honors the historical significance of the day of the Bible in Pennsylvania that has a Pennsylvania marker with Robert Aiken, who gave up, like I said, everything he had to petition Congress for the first printed English Bible in 1782 called the Bible of the Revolution, and you've stripped all of it out, well, God will not be mocked. And so this will pass in Congress, and we'll have a National Day of the Bible. Thank you.
Shall there be any further debate on the amendment? Seeing none, I shall take a moment of personal privilege on the amendment. I don't know, as a matter of fact, that the Quakers who settled here in Pennsylvania seeking religious freedom and freedom from persecution necessarily subscribed to the particular Bible being questioned here today. In respect for all religions and religious text, that once the presumed word of the greater being is reduced to writing and encapsulated between covers, it needs to be respected. Everyone's chosen text deserves to be respected. And my amendment respects the Bible of all people. Of all people, not a particular version of, but I respect, and I ask others to respect anyone's chosen worship of a greater person, a greater being, a greater object, or a greater thing that should be respected. And we, as citizens of the Commonwealth, with the passage of this amendment, will recognize that. And we will not detract from, nor be described as despicable by anyone who takes offense to me not recognizing, or this committee not recognizing, their particular text. That having been said, if there shall be no further debate, those in favor of the amendment shall declare so by claiming aye. Those against, nay. And I call the vote.
Deloso,
Aye.
Borowski,
Aye by designation.
Carroll,
Aye by designation.
Cepeda Freites,
Aye by designation.
Davidson, Donahue, Doherty, Gokenauer, Madsen,
Aye by designation.
Miller, Probst, Rivera, Rusnock, Salisbury,
Yes.
Stotts,
No by designation.
Barton, Bernstein,
No by designation.
Borowitz,
No.
Fink,
No.
Jones,
No by designation.
Kutz,
No.
Major,
No by designation.
Menser, Olsummer,
No by designation.
Rosel, Shurin.
No by designation.
Votes being 14 to 12, the amendment passes.
Thank you, Ms. Somerville. As the ayes are 14 and the nays are 12, the amendment is agreed to. The question recurs, will the committee report the resolution as amended? Is there discussion on the resolution as amended? Seeing none,
Oh, here.
I'll take that back.
Thank you.
The chair recognizes Representative Borowski on the resolution as amended.
Borowitz.
Borowski.
It's okay. We get that a lot. It's all right. Once again, the amendment stripped out the whole resolution. And so the whole resolution has been stripped by the Democrat Party from the significance of the Day of the Bible and the historical significance. And specifically, it said it wanted to take out that the Bible was the bedrock of this nation. Well, it is. Despite what the Democrat Party says, it is the bedrock of this nation, and it affords everyone freedoms because of the principles that we were founded on. And so, very sad moment, very disgraceful for the party, Democrat Party, to do that to a resolution for the Day of the Bible. But again, I thank you guys because I think this is what will catapult the one in Congress for a National Day of the Bible. Thanks.
Is there any other debate on the resolution as amended? Hearing none. On that question, oh, hang on. Representative Fink, I apologize, I did not see your hand initially. The floor is yours.
Thank you, Chairman. I will also be a no on the passage of this resolution since it has been stripped of all of the goodness. With all due respect, Chairman, you gave us a spiel just a little while ago about how we can recognize and honor all religions while we pass all kinds of other religious resolutions. Seems like every day we're passing a new resolution based on someone's religious affiliation here in Harrisburg, stripping of this one very one where our country was founded on these biblical issues. It speaks volumes. So the fact that you're stripping this resolution and simply passing through all the rest of them, I think really shows our true colors and where our values lie. I'll be a no.
Thank you, Representative Fink. And the chair recognizes for the second time Representative Borowitz.
I just want to reiterate with what Representative Fink just said. How many days have we passed? Specifically, the Democrat Party that's brought up. State holidays. There was a Muslim state holiday they tried to pass last year. I forgot the other one that passed. Multiple state holidays, right? But not the Day of the Bible. You can't run a resolution for the Day of the Bible when it's actually a historical event that occurred September 12th, 1782. The Continental Congress that you live in, the Congress in Congress Hall in Philadelphia approved it for Americans to read. And you guys can't vote for that. But yet you vote for every other thing that that party brings to the floor. Once again, it's a disgrace.
Thank you, Representative Borowitz. I've been called a disgrace many times in my life, and
Said it's a disgrace. I didn't
Oh,
call you
it's a
that, sir.
disgrace.
Yeah, I
Okay.
don't fight flesh and blood.
okay.
Right? The Bible tells me I don't fight flesh and blood. I'm not
I
fighting you. I wouldn't call
appreciate-
you a disgrace.
I appreciate the organization that I am a member of being called a disgrace. I do not feel that way. I'm not ashamed. I am quite proud that the organization that I subscribe to as a member is very well concerned about the religious beliefs, or frankly, non-religious beliefs of all citizens of the Commonwealth. That having been said, those in favor of the resolution as amended will cast their vote by saying aye. Those opposed will cast their vote by saying no. The secretary will call the roll.
Deloso.
Aye.
Borowski.
Aye by designation.
Carroll.
Aye by designation.
Cepeda Freites.
Aye by designation.
Davidson. Donahue. Doherty. Gokenauer. Madsen. Miller. Probst. Rivera. Rusnock. Salisbury. Stotts.
No by designation.
Barton. Bernstein.
No by designation.
Borowitz. Fink. Jones.
No by designation.
Kutz.
No.
Major.
No by designation.
Menser. Olsummer.
No by designation.
Rosal. Shuren.
No by designation.
Votes being 14 to 12, the resolution passes.
The votes being 14 to 12, the resolution passes. Therefore, there is nothing else to come before this committee. Therefore, this meeting is adjourned.